So we have a couple of questions from the stream, and a couple actually dovetail with some things I had in mind to talk about. One of which is, I mean, a focus of your discussion here has been taking the fear out of GDPR, you know, and what can be done, you know, in view of GDPR. But one of the things that really breeds fear is uncertainty. And I think there's a lot of uncertainty in the marketplace about enforcement and how it's going to be enforced. We had a question from the stream about with separate enforcement agencies in each country, will we end up with 28 versions of GDPR? Where are we at on understanding how these regulations will be enforced and how consistently they'll be enforced? And are we where we need to be, and when will we be, if not?
So I'm just assuming that that's a question for me. The answer is even the regulators don't know. And look, if it's up to the regulators in each and every country, then yes, there would be like 20-something different decisions, and so on. But the problem is GDPR says you have to have this consistency mechanism. So all the regulators need to make sure that that their opinion is equal to opinion of other members of the regulators in Europe. The interesting thing is we already see discrepancies on opinion which are coming from, for instance, the French regulator to the German regulator. So I think this is just let us see how things would develop, and just to make sure that there will be as much certainty as possible. One of the things that, and now I'm having my FEDMA cap on me, is that industry associations can create codes of conduct, because GDPR actually stands for General Data Protection Regulation. So it's written in a very, very broad way, and the regulation actually recommends industries to actually have industry-specific guidelines, like code of conduct. So we developed that, and once we have that, then I think it would help a lot of companies in this area.
Thank you. Paula, I don't know, did you have anything you'd like to add to that? Or? Okay, something more specific towards the framework then. There was a question that came in. If one or more of the data protection authorities rule that the TCF is incompatible with GDPR, citing many commentators who are saying, is there a plan B? And do you think that's something that's a possibility at this point?
Well, with the team of IAB has been meeting with the different DPAs across Europe, in Spain, in France, in UK, and all of them has shown a positive approach through this framework, taking into account that we need to introduce a lot of new things to adapt it to the GDPR, but it is something that I think they are expecting because in the end, for them, it's very difficult sector. It's a very difficult with very difficult to comply. So the industry has made a very big effort developing this framework. So I think we should move in this scenario, in a scenario of making this framework compliance with GDPR and the future e-privacy regulation, but I hope not to have a plan B, just developing a very good tool for us. I mean, it's now it's open to public comment, this version 2.0, so publishers, technologies, everyone involved is able to comment in order to make it better.
Do regulators or country authorities participate in those public comment periods? Do they supply you with feedback as well?
Yeah, Well, we have had direct conversations with them, presenting the framework from a technical point of view, from a policy point of view, and they have already made us their comments, and we have informed them that it is open to comments, and our idea is to of course, to incorporate all of their inputs.
Terrific. So thank you very much. We could talk all night about this, I'm sure. Maybe we'll do it at my GDPR party. But thank you very much to our panelists. Please give them a warm round of applause.